welcome back to our channel. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most pivotal moments in history, Pearl Harbor, Japan's fatal mistake. This topic is not only fascinating, but it also holds great significance in understanding the events that shaped the world we live in today. We'll explore the reasons behind Japan's decision, the impact it had on the course of World War II, and the lessons we can learn from this tragic event. So, grab a seat, buckle up, and get ready for a journey through time. Stay tuned until the end, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get started. Pearl Harbor, Japan's fatal mistake? As we delve into the depths of history, there are certain events that stand out, leaving an indelible mark on the world. One such event is the infamous attack on Pearl Harbor, a day that forever changed the course of World War II. In this section, we will explore the circumstances leading up to the attack, the events that unfolded on that fateful day, and the repercussions it had on Japan and the United States. It was early morning on December 7, 1941, when the tranquility of the Hawaiian island of Oahu was shattered by the sound of explosions and the sight of planes soaring through the sky. The Imperial Japanese Navy, under the command of Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, launched a surprise attack on the United States Pacific Fleet stationed at Pearl Harbor. The attack came as a shock, catching the American forces off guard and causing significant damage to the fleet. But what led Japan to take such a bold and audacious step? The roots of this conflict can be traced back to Japan's expansionist ambitions in the early 20th century. Fueled by a desire for natural resources and a quest for dominance in the Pacific region, Japan sought to establish itself as a major world power. In their pursuit of this goal, they set their sights on Southeast Asia, particularly the Dutch East Indies, which boasted vast reserves of oil and other valuable resources. However, Japan faced a major obstacle in its quest for supremacy: the United States. The US had imposed an embargo on Japan, cutting off vital oil and steel supplies, in response to their invasion of China. This crippling blow threatened to derail Japan's plans for expansion, pushing them to take drastic measures. The attack on Pearl Harbor was seen as a strategic move to neutralize the US Pacific Fleet, thereby removing any threat to Japan's ambitions. By crippling the American naval power in the Pacific, Japan hoped to secure its control over Southeast Asia and create a buffer zone against potential retaliation. In the early hours of that December morning, the Japanese launched a coordinated assault on the US naval base at Pearl Harbor, employing both aerial bombardment and torpedo attacks. The attack lasted for approximately 2 hours, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Battleships were sunk, aircraft were destroyed, and thousands of lives were lost. The repercussions of this brazen act of aggression were swift and severe. The attack on Pearl Harbor propelled the United States into World War II, marking its official entry into the global conflict. President Franklin D. Roosevelt declared December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, and the American people rallied behind their government in a unified response. For Japan, however, this would prove to be a fatal mistake. The attack on Pearl Harbor not only awakened a sleeping giant but also unified the Allied forces against a common enemy. The United States, once reluctant to involve itself in the war, now poured its vast resources and industrial might into the conflict. Japan found itself facing a formidable adversary that would eventually lead to its defeat. The aftermath of the attack on Pearl Harbor saw the United States retaliating with a series of military offensives, gradually turning the tide of the war in their favor. The decisive battles of Midway and Guadalcanal dealt heavy blows to the Japanese forces, weakening their position in the Pacific. Additionally, the bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki with atomic bombs brought about Japan's ultimate surrender, effectively ending World War II. In conclusion, the attack on Pearl Harbor was a turning point in history, forever altering the course of World War II. Japan's fatal mistake not only awakened a sleeping giant but also united the Allied forces in their determination to secure victory. The attack on Pearl Harbor serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of aggression and the enduring resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity.